So I started to tell you about like about the life in New York City. Life in New York, I mean, it's amazing. It's thrilling, fantastic, exciting, but hectic as hell. See, I have a list of 1,440 things to do each day. That's one per minute. And I'm always late. I mean, I'm probably shit late again. Ooh, which can't slow down, or you'll get behind in the rent, and they'll throw you out in the street. But there's no more room in the street. It's full, overbooked. You know, 70 to 90,000 homeless people in New York City. No room for me. On your toes, little one. Keep that nervous system kicking, slapping, jiggling, jazzed and jamming. Whoa! Keep dancing to discharge the distress so you don't die. Drumming and dancing for joy, exhilaration, a soaring sense of delight and flight. Do you know that on any given day in New York, you could take at least 4,000 dance classes of every kind and culture? That is, if you have an extra few thousand bodies. I like one a day. It's my vitamin, my medicine, my joyous mood momentum, my release and relief, so I don't go crazy from this excess energy raging inside my body and go down in history as the first case of a little but very horny human on fire. Anyway, there's so much to do in the city. If only you had some time and money. But there's certainly none of that around to spare. Gotta keep working, keep pushing, pay the price, pay the price. Anyway, in the midst of the madness, it's March 10th, 1992, my 40th birthday. I get a phone call. Hello? A letter, a fax from the Steirische Herbst Festival. An Austrian television saying, come to Austria, come to Graz, you'll open the festival. The theme this year is America Nowhere. And I said, what? They said the festival theme is America Nowhere. I said, what? They said America Nowhere. I said, hold everything. America Nowhere. I said, America Nowhere. I said, slow down. I got to think about this. And I started looking around, asking everyone in sight about their American experience. I go to the library to do research, but whoever programmed their computers had something else in mind entirely. I do a subject search for homelessness. Computer bring up homeliness. I try not to take it personally. I print grassroots organizations. Computers kick up grass seed. I was getting nowhere fast. Nowhere? Maybe they were right. And the weeks and months were slipping by. I interviewed all my friends about life in America, but they were little help. All they say is, followed by that sick, sullen smile that says, you know what it's like, and I do not want to get into it. I was on my own. I was busy as hell with every distraction and demand imaginable. I imagined a vacation to rest and relax and write in the sun, on some tropical island or other. That's my ongoing American dream. Well, dream on, girl! But I had to get away. So I grabbed my notebook and my pens, and I left my loft in the frenzy of the phones. Hello, 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 and I went across the street to sit and write by the Hudson River. You see, there's about a 1.5 yard wide concrete strip. I mean, a funky little ledge on the other side of the parking lot before you fall into the very polluted Hudson River. I watched the garbage float by for a while, making sure there was no bloated dead dog like last time. No, just trash and birthday balloons today. And of course, condoms. Always condoms. Well, at least someone's having safe sex. At least someone's having sex. I see a very stiff-looking man's leg sticking out of the head. I go to investigate, praying it's not a dead body. No time for distractions. As I get closer, I notice the leg is jittering slightly. He's not dead. It's definitely quivering. I stop. Maybe he's masturbating. I retreat quickly to my mat and sit to face the sun. This is my island living, Manhattan. And north of me, a few blocks, is the men's floating prison barge, with a caged in basketball court on the roof for their exercise. They're pegged and penned the nightmare team. Perhaps you've dreamed of them. Perhaps they dreamed of you. They didn't make Barcelona. And south of me somewhere is Ellis Island, where many of our grandparents, at least those not brought over on slave ships, passed through many years ago to begin their new life in America. And I'm looking straight at the Statue of Liberty. Actually, it's kind of like her left. It's kind of like, it's like her, it's kind of like her left, it's like her, it's kind of like her left, rear side. She's facing out to sea to welcome the immigrants coming to our land. And I recall what the Sioux medicine man, John Fire Landier, said about the Statue of Liberty when he came to New York. He said, she faces the wrong way. She turns her back on Mr. Indian. She says to the white man across the ocean, come on, steal some more Indian land. That's how it's been for about 500 years, since Columbus hit the Americas by mistake and miscalculation, and has been celebrated since. And in typical consciousness of control and colonialization, took claim to an inhabited land thousands of miles from home, and began a genocide of the real Americans, the indigenous people and keepers of this once beautiful sacred land. I look at the Hudson River, a huge and impressive expanse. New York on this side, New Jersey on the other. Still quite fantastic, polluted as it is. I mean, we're trying to clean it. And my imagination takes off backwards, wiping out all the ugly box barricades and structures constructed to secure us from the threat of one another. And I imagine instead native people planting inland and fishing along the far shore. The sound of native women working canoes in the river. Children playing, diving in the crisp, clear water. Oh, it must have been magnificent here before the Europeans arrived and took siege of this land. We're alive now, vital and vibrant. There's a movement that's been marinating, been incubating, hibernating, conscious and concentrated. Watch out! Don't miss the momentum. A seasoned energy is emerging anew. Maybe. And I say, hot man. I say, hot man. I say, hey. I say, hey. I say, hey, hey, hey. Hot man, hey, hey, man, hey, hey, America, nowhere. I said, hell no, baby, we're here. We're here. We're here amidst this mess of ruling megalomaniacs with grand illusions of superiority, ignorance fed and bred of protected privilege, pathetic patriarchs sporting safe suits, patterned of power and position, utilized as dangerous disguise to camouflage the corruption, disguise the lies and dirty dealings with tyrants and monarchs of greed and allegiance to fortunes and militaristic misfeasance led a mercy to the masses, interventions for economic power gains whitewashed as righteous human rights aims. But don't worry, all is not lost. We're here. We're here with keen observance of the perversions. We're here, allied to the disenfranchised, searching for the sight and strength to supersede the insidious, self-serving monopolists who stole and took claim to our earth, who deceptively, illicitly purchase the planet for personal profit, engaging in an ongoing, dehumanizing devastation and an irreversible environmental undoing. But we're here trying to break our engagement with apathy, to fight the forces that deliberately divide, that I, me, it's mine mentality, the them and us mode, false premise of prejudice cultivated by small minds and stingy spirits. And we're here trying to concentrate the common cause that consolidates our courage and commitment towards an antidote to the deadly decline and recession of our most basic needs and rights, trying to keep in mind that we are a fortitude, a force unfathomable if united, trying to conjure hope from a human well sucked dry, just keeps sucking. Do you ever feel like going to sleep for a long time? I mean, do you ever want to go to sleep for a long time? Ever get so bad you just felt like sleeping for a decade or two? Couldn't peel yourself out of bed, so you just lay there like a lump. Only trouble was, when you finally woke up, and looked around, it was the same old shit! Do you ever want to go to sleep for a long do you ever wish you could just sleep through this one irritable incarnation? And then when you come back, everything would be okay. Everything would be wonderful. And everyone would be, oh, so kind. Yeah, right. Why do you think newborn babies scream and holler and cry like they're dying? They take one breath, look around, can't bear to open their eyes. And they say, back here again! Oh, same old shit! Well, I guess we're made to just keep trying and trying till we finally get it right.